into the video in just a moment, but first, a 30-second announcement. What if the secret to living your best life is realizing that you're not fighting the world, you're fighting yourself? We're inviting you to get deep with our free 7-day self-love challenge, Compliments of Zen Ed Academy. Click the link to find out more and get started today. And now, on to the video.
Today, I want to talk about giving away power. Ooh, hot topic. We can avoid giving away our power on a daily basis by knowing our own voice. In many ways, we are taught from the time we are children to give away power to others. Sometimes most of the time, innocently by our parents. Like when we were told to kiss and hug relatives or friends of the family when we didn't want to. Okay, for example, we were learning then to override our inner sense of knowing or not knowing, because I don't know if I want to hug or kiss this person yet, and our right to determine for ourselves what we want to do. When we got older, we kind of kept this lack of choice in many situations going, like at school, at work, in relationships, dating, friendships. We didn't know how to hold on to our power because we kind of had this kind of rocky, confusing, shaky start, right? Because giving it away had become automatic and ingrained. It became a habit. I guess I have to do this, right? So I want you to forgive yourself for that because we have all done it. Guilty as charged. I think back to that example of kissing and hugging relatives and friends sometimes when I think about this topic, and I'm like, yeah, there were a few that my mom kind of pushed me into, all from good intentions and wanting to create family cohesion and affection. But, as kids, sometimes you're just not really sure of that person. It might be that person's not a bad person, it's maybe not your instincts are kicking in. It just might be you're unsure because you don't really know this person. It's like in our adult life, we're not expected to, in the office, here's your new coworker, let me kiss and hug you. Here's your Aunt Margie you're meeting for the first time. So see what I mean? It's a little tricky. It's kind of funny because we have different standards as adults and children. Like we're actually telling children to give more affection than we would ask someone who's an adult meeting a person for the first time. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic if you think about it, but it sets some patterns up for us. As parents, we encourage affection. That's normal. But I remember being kind of pressured into it. Like I said, for the relatives that I loved and got to know, you didn't have to ask me to go hug and kiss them. I would just run and give them a hug and a kiss because I already knew them and had affection for them. It wasn't like a first time meet and greet thing. But it's that pressure when we clearly didn't want to as children. So it's kind of a funny thing that parents do to assume a relationship for a child that when there hasn't been a relationship established just because you're family. So I'm not trying to kick a hornet's nest, but I'm just saying that was my experience from an innocent place from my mom. That's just one example. And I'm not saying don't make the suggestion to your kids. I'm not trying to spin you into a tizzy about, oh shit, I'm screwing my kids up. That's not it at all. It's just about honoring the child's decision to do it or not do it, and give them a choice. Let them develop a relationship on their own, like we do as adults. We just expect kids to have that sooner, and I don't know why. So to some degree, giving our energy to other people is simply part of the social contract of life, right? So in and of itself, it's not a terrible thing. And we feel that we have to do it that way in order to survive. That's when it gets kind of a funny thing. It is possible to exchange energy in a way that preserves our inner integrity and stability in a really healthy way. That might begin small by listening to the voice that continues to let us know what we want, no matter how many times we have overridden it in the past. Other examples of how we give our power away are, of course, going along with the crowd, letting other people make decisions for us, not voicing an opinion in the presence of something that needs to be spoken of, or continuing to be in a one-sided relationship. All that being said, with not giving our power away, we must also be aware of the opposite side, which is standing in our power, but being aggressive with our power. Being aggressive is a form of fear, and the remedy is to let our inner balance come into play. We have to build a relationship with our power, like everything else in our life. As we build a relationship with our power and follow it, we begin to see that we don't always have to do what we're being asked to do by others. And we don't have to jump on everything because everyone else is doing it. I mean, if we're still doing that, then, that is a lesson we should have learned in high school. And we don't have to be aggressive just to let our voice be heard or stand up for ourselves. All we really have to do is have the confidence to listen to our own voice and let it guide us as we make our own decisions in our life. And remember the necessity for balancing, standing in our power without that fearful aggression. Like, hey, I just don't want to kiss Uncle Joe because his breath smells like a whiskey barrel, sour beer, and stale cigarettes, and he's a little creepy, TBH. As always, I am here for you, creating a safe space, or trying to. Hope I am. My goal is at the end of our time together is that you feel refreshed, balanced, feeling good, and just good. All right, you got this. Love you guys. Leave me some thoughts, today's inspiration in the comments. Drop a GIF or a meme, or just a hashtag feel good if that's all you got energy for today. I'm here for you. It's okay. Oh.
Just a reminder to take a moment and smash on that subscribe button, and don't forget to sign up for our free 7-day self-love challenge. Compliments of Zenit Academy, where it has never been easier than right now to get comprehensive PhD-backed education to improve your life and level up your skills. Emotional processing, stronger intuition, self-trust, mediumship, tarot, self-growth, all of that just for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.